Please welcome Governor Andrew Cuomo.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, good afternoon to everyone. Thank you for being here. It really is a great, great day. Let me acknowledge some of the special guests who are here, who have been so important to us over this past long, long year. First, let me thank my health commissioner and my team that did just extraordinary work every day. Let's start with Dr. Howard Zucker and Robert Mujica and Dana Caratanudo, Kathy Wild, thank you very much for everything you did in the partnership that we had. Jane Rosenthal and Tribeca, thank you for bringing life back to the city. Ken Rasky, Michael Dowling, thank you for keeping our hospitals open and up to the challenge. Carlos Casura, thank you for keeping this city building. Henry Munoz, thank you for the health care and communities all across this state and country. To all our friends in labor, to all our friends in business, to all our community partners, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. This is a momentous day, and we deserve it because it has been a long, long road. And it's a day to look backwards, remember where we were, but also to look forward and where we're going. When I would do the COVID briefings, I did them every day because I wanted people to have a sense of consistency. I wanted people to have information as a source of comfort. And I would literally start by saying what day it was, what day in the pandemic, and then literally what day of the week it was. Because it was such a disorienting time that one day just bled into the other. The normal calendar, what Friday meant, what Saturday meant, what Sunday meant, it was all gone. We were just in a different place, in a different moment in time. And if you said to us on day one, in the beginning of COVID, that we were going to be capable of the accomplishment that we reached, nobody would believe you. New York State, the highest positivity rate on the globe. Highest positivity rate in the country of any state, but highest positivity rate on the globe. And everybody looked at New York like it was a New York phenomenon, because it was just New York back then, if you remember. And it was New York, and the other states didn't have the issue, and many people pointed to New York as if, well, maybe there's something about New York that caused this. And nobody knew the facts. We were in the dark. The fact was that New York was the victim of COVID. The fact was that while everybody was talking about China and COVID, COVID had left China and had gone to Europe. And it was in Italy and Spain and France, and the flights from Europe landed where? JFK. They landed at Newark. COVID had been coming here for months and nobody knew it. We were ambushed by COVID. We had people dying from COVID before we knew COVID was here. And then when we finally figured out as a nation what was going on with COVID, it was too late, because it had been coming for months and months. Highest infection rate on the globe. And we were alone. And it was frightening. It was like living through a science fiction movie. Jacob Javits Center, largest field hospital in the United States of America, 2,500 cots set up as far as the eye could see. all military personnel, all green uniforms, waiting for the avalanche of ambulances to bring people. Streets deserted. Times Square deserted. People leaving New York. It's not safe. It's the density of New York. It's something about New York, and people abandoned New York. But others stayed and others fought. But it was probably the most frightening moment that we have gone through, and a moment that we will never forget, and a moment that changed us individually and changed us as a society. It was a moment of trauma, and a moment that no one will ever forget, and nobody should ever forget. Where are we today? We have the lowest COVID positivity rate in the United States of America. And that, my friends, is a fact. In this day and age where everybody has an opinion, everybody has an opinion, everybody has a political ideology, everyone has an opinion. Yeah, there are still facts. And facts are not Democratic facts or Republican facts or conservative facts or socialist facts. They're facts. And on the facts, what New York has done is extraordinary. We went literally from worst to first. And not only do we have the lowest, is the national goal, and we hit it ahead of schedule. What does 70% mean? It means that we can now return to life as we know it. We have the highest vaccination rate in the state. Long Island, 75%, Capital Region, 74%. Congratulations to you. Mid-Hudson, 71%. Congratulations. Central New York, 70.5. Western New York, 69.5. Finger Lakes, 69. Southern Tier and New York City, 68.4. North Country, 63. Mohawk Valley, 60%. But overall, over 70%. Give New Yorkers a round of applause. And we enter a phase where we successfully deployed the weapon that was going to win the war. And the weapon was the vaccine. And we knew it. But the question was, would we do it? Could you organize enough to get it done? Would people show up to get it done? Could you organize this massive operation and infrastructure not done since World War II, where you could actually get this task done? And we stepped forward, and we stepped forward boldly, and we led the nation. We led with Nurse Sandra Lindsay, who was the first at Northwell to take that vaccine and to say to people, it is okay, it is safe. And we've gone on to do more than 20 million vaccines, more per capita than any big state in the United States of America. New York State has fully vaccinated a larger share of adults than any other big state in the country, and that is saying something. Congratulations to New Yorkers, because they are the ones who did it. We're no longer just surviving. We're not in our homes afraid to go out. We're not in our homes disinfecting everything that we can see. Life is not about survival. Life is about thriving. Life is about seeing people. Life is about loving. Life is about celebrating. Life is about enjoying. Life is about interacting. And now we get back to living in life. The state mandates that have proven right and correct and brought us through this pandemic are relaxed as of today, effective immediately. Give yourselves a round of applause. So all the state-mandated restrictions are lifted on commercial, social settings, sports and recreation, construction, manufacturing, retail, buildings, all across the board. We can get back to living and businesses can open because the state mandates are gone. Social gathering restrictions, the capacity restrictions, the health screenings, the cleaning and disinfecting protocols. I'm not giving up my hand sanitizer just yet, by the way. I love that New York Clean hand sanitizer. It keeps everything clean, plus you take a whiff of that, it opens up your sinuses like nothing I've ever seen. But that is now voluntary, and it's up to individuals and places, but the mandates are gone. The CDC federal mandates obviously continue for pre-K schools and public transit and healthcare settings. But the state mandates have been lifted. That's not to say that 70% is the end. We want to do better than 70%, but it is an important milestone, and we're going to keep pushing to do more. But it's a testament to the people of the state of New York. That is who did this. People who stayed tough and smart and united during the most difficult challenge of our lives. And most of all, the essential workers who came forward and whose effort and courage brought us through this day, and they are our heroes. We can't say enough. We've said thank you, but we want to say thank you again on behalf of all the people of the state of New York for what has been done, and we want to acknowledge them here today. What they did says who they are. It's not that they weren't scared. It's not that we weren't scared. I was scared. I was scared every day. But FDR, another great New Yorker, said it. Courage is not the absence of fear, but rather the assessment that says there's something more important than me feeling that fear and succumbing to that fear and rising above. And they did. And we want to present a small token of our appreciation today to our first responders, and we'll ask them to come up and receive a plaque and stay here, please, so that we can recognize you as a group.
Representing the building service workers, Kyle Bragg, president of 32BJ SEIU. Representing